Hello! Well, it's Sunday now, and some of you probably will have been at work for the first week, so I don't know whether you're happy you've got a week off or been dreading a week or stuff like that. I've been a bit mixed, to be honest. It's been kind of good to get back to stuff, but with me being self-employed, it's a bit slow at the moment, so it's trying to get that catch-up thing, which I'm hoping will start to kick in next week. Right, a couple of things. First of all, I did reboot the machine. I've rebooted it well before this started, so it's already rebooted because I was having some issues with Twitch. And I know I had to reboot it anyway because there was an update on the Oculus, and that asked me to do the update, but it wasn't that important, so I left it for a bit, but I've done it now. So when I started the stream, usually you get 2 bars on your stream manager. In fact, I might as well just show you because there's something else I want to show. So you get, I don't know if you can, it's not even showing the mouse for some reason, but it says where it says snooze 3-3. And then to the left of it, it says add start in. You can see it selected, right? So you can see it says add starts there. So you get that message, and then there's another one that comes in here in green. But I think there was something like is it in yellow or something? I'm sure there was 2 of them, but they basically both of them had the same time of when ad starts. That's what it did there. And then when they both shut off, this one started the ad countdown. This one took about a minute and then did an ad countdown. So I still have a discrepancy there between the 2, which is kind of weird. I've put a picture of this in my Discord to be able to see. So if I'm going longer than usual or whatever, I do apologise, but there's something wrong there. It's not correct. The other thing is I was complaining about this part here, because this shouldn't show up, and I know this is wrong because it started. I think it started the last stream, and I couldn't understand why it just came in. And I refreshed the page loads of times, and it still had the same issue. And then today, I went and did this, and look how that pushes that down, which is kind of weird because, see that there? So someone's messed up here. I suspect what should have happened is there should be a separation between these 2, and this should be full screen, and this should be kind of full screen. So someone's gone wrong on the UI on this. So if anybody has this issue, just have one of these a bit open and it will push that down. So yeah, I think there might have been a bit of an issue. Maybe somebody's done an update that's caused an issue with the ads, the way the ads are telling you when it started. Don't know if it's just me, but it'd be good to hear if anybody else who's a streamer have seen this problem, and that box problem is an issue as well, because this is the first time I've seen it, and when I saw it I was like, hang on a minute, something's wrong here. So if any of you have had that issue, please let me know, but that's at least a way to push the box out because it shouldn't be there. So we're playing MiSTer. I'm just trying to find the audio cable. There we go. Before December, we got to level 9. So this is out of 10 levels, and the different zones indicate the same 10 levels, but it shows how fast the enemies are. So the lowest zone is the slowest enemies, the highest zone is the very quickest enemies. I'm not going to do that. I just want to do the basic 10 levels, and then we're going to move over to Bounty Bob Strikes Back. That's basically what we're going to be doing. So let's see if I remember how this. If I remember after a month, if I can still play this game, basically. The first 2 levels should be pretty straightforward. It's just when you get to the what I call the Jewish candle one that can be a bit of a messy one. I need to jump and get the... never mind. Ah! Bloody jumps on this. Always have to be specific. Well, that particular section anyway. Oh, did I make a mistake? No, I didn't, thank God. I know this area can be a bit tricky. As I've already said, sorry. I'm just busy, just kind of trying to get this right. Get to level 9 as soon as possible. Without much error. How did we do it? I think it's there? Yes. Ah! No, oh no, missed it completely. Oh, the video game 1980s. This was my first video game ever back in the day. It's not my. So when I first played this series, this was the sequel that I played on the ZX Spectrum. I have played this a little bit since the ZX Spectrum days, but nothing massive. And this is just me trying to get through it so I can try and complete the sequel. But at least I can turn around and say, well, I've completed the first game. That's why I'm doing it. Yours was, oh, the Apple II. That's what I should have done. And that's what I needed to do. I'll get this done a bit better now, but I've got 0 lives. Ah, this one. How did I do this one again? Oh, I know why I took that. I took that to go on to the left hand side, not to the right hand side. Thought it was going a bit mad then. Has been a month. Currently the only Apple II games I'm considering playing at some point, but it's not going to be now, will be... did not jump. Will be the first 3 Ultimate games. Because I think seeing what that's like on what was originally coded onto... Pixel, you sound something. Yeah, you probably are. Oh, the cat is annoying. Yeah, I'm considering doing the first 3 Ultimate games on Apple. Because as I remember correctly, that's what they were written on. I may even look at the original Castle Wolfenstein on Apple as well. That was the one written by Muse Software and was basically remade into Wolfenstein 3D. What? The first time that's happened? Yeah, apparently, I don't know how true this is, but I don't know if this was from them or from other people, but apparently they originally did have the ability to move... Sorry. They originally did have the ability to move bodies like you did in that game, but I think they eventually took it out because it wasn't fast enough and they wanted a faster game. That's apparently what was what went on. I can't remember if the Masters of Doom book went into that. I do know that it talked about when they first did Pixel. You are an annoying cat. When they first lost my train of thought now. I think when they first did the Wolfenstein game, because it was so radically different in terms of the first-person shooter, when they tried to get it as a kind of published game, the publisher was just like, no, because obviously content. Which is kind of weird when you think that Castle Wolfenstein in the Apple II days would have been okay, but I suppose it would have depended on the content, because when you've got a first-person shooter with, you know, you actually shooting German officers against the Apple II game, which was simplistic in comparison, I can see maybe why they would have turned around and said, no. So yeah, it's always that kind of, just got to remember that framing in terms of things. Yeah, so the cat here has just sat on something that caused my character to go this way. Second time she's done that. I don't know what's happened. Like, if she's pressed something. And I've messed this level up already. If I can get out of it, yes I can. Cool. Just about get out of that one. Does mean a lack of point still. Thing is though, it's 5:30, so as far as the cat's concerned, she's just like, right, don't forget, it's food time, I think, basically. Which we will do in the break. Cat wants to be part of the video. Yeah, I suppose so. I think it's more she's reminding me, because usually what happens is I'll go and feed her and she disappears off, you don't see her again. Sometimes she will pop up and sit near to me because she's a bit clingy as a cat. So she's got space to sit, hang on. So there's space behind my keyboard for the PC, which she can happily use. But she prefers to basically sit around here because it's closer to me. And that means she will get a bit frustrated by forcing a way to sit down somewhere. You know who that is. Right, come on you, off. No, come on. Oh, stop, when Eugene. Go over there. Bloody cat. What? Thank you. Can't do that. It's too close to the enemy above. Done it. At least the radioactive waste warns you by labelling it. Yeah, it's true. Alright, this one can be a tricky one as well. So remember rightly, it's 3 first. Gotta wait, so I can go to 2. Pixel, no. No. You've done it again. Shift. So I need the middle one now. Hopefully I've got enough time. I think I can just do 3. Ah, no. I think I had to drop from the top. 3 first. Yeah, cat's name is Pixel. Because when we got her, she was quite tiny. Sometimes, you know, when you have like two names for your cats, where it's quite similar, sometimes we call her Pickle, but it is Pixel. Did not realise that could happen. Mind you, I've been playing this for so long, that's the first type of death I've had on that. Oh, that was not what I wanted. Ah, missed it. That's how that level should have been done. This one. Ah, that's what I should have done. Okay. Stand here. Question is, can I get over to... Yeah, I can get up to here. So I'd have to use the lifts again. Saves me a bit of time. Ooh, almost forgot. I've got two things to do. I've got the one at level 3, sorry. Got this. Right. Level 3 to do. Damn it. Come on, number 3. Yay. This one. I need to remember this one now. Ah, no. That was the... Right, so I had to start in about 4 minutes. Well, 4:50. Should have enough time to go through another run. And I can finally get my cat fed. Sorry, cats, not cat. Let's do 3 first. I can't remember if I did that anyway. I'm sure I went to 2 and then 3, but it doesn't really matter, I suppose. I also did figure out how to pause on this. Can't remember if I remember what that was. Probably is I'm having a good run at the moment. Apparently the ad's in progress. I'm going to see if I remember what the... Right. No, come on. Right, okay. Cool, we're on pause. So I'll be back soon. Get this one over here fed. I bet she knocks something that causes this to go wrong. It's a typical what happens. Anyway, see you in about a few minutes.
We know for sure that there is such a thing as time warp. We also know that time warps create alternative timelines, or if you wish, parallel worlds. The latest known time warp took place around the year 1900. When the old Tsar died, his son Pieter inherited the whole mighty empire. The young Tsar, ambitious and power-hungry, confiscated the steel industry, turning it into an incredibly effective war machine. The empire's scientists developed weapons of power and destructive force never seen before. So the war began. The Tsar led his forces himself, first invading his neighbors, and then in furious blitzkriegs his forces campaigned over the world, creating chaos and destruction. Even though hope was hard to find, in this age of ruthless tyranny, an alliance was formed by the free countries of the world. But there was a long way to go, many battles to be fought, and great losses to face. This was a time for heroes.
Right, I am back. Cats are now fed. Oh. Immediately died through stupidity. Let's try not to do that one again. seems to be a good time for me to do this, as in feels a bit more quicker, should I say. That 3's done now. I think, oh, everything apart from that last one is done. Okay, so I'm gonna go this way. Yes. There we go. So this should be the hoist thing. So the mistake I made here, well, I say made, the whole jumping thing didn't quite work. That's what you should have been able to do. So, we get onto here, press space. Gotta be careful. Right, okay, so that's that. Missed a bit, that's fine. Should have realised. There we go. 9. So this is about as far as we've gotten. Fair enough. And that's the tricky bit, is if you don't get that jump right, as you see, it messes you up completely. Usually quite good. I think jumping on that part was a bad idea. Ah, hate doing that. No, don't do this yet. Don't get whacked into the mutant thing. Finally. Yeah. It's like you get it right the first few times, and then you try the same thing, and oh no, it doesn't work this time. It's probably because I'm just not quite in the right pixel or something like that. There we go. It's better. Need to get that. Ooh. Alright, that's the best I can do so far. Hopefully I can get this done before the time runs out. Right, last one. It's gonna be tight if I get it. just. Excellent, still got 3 lives. Oh no! I jumped at the wrong moment. Yeah, that's it, you've got to jump, because otherwise you don't get that. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to do this. That last one's going to be a pain now. Ah. Start the bomb. Still got another life, so at least that's something. Right, please, please, please. Let's not mess this up. Would be good to see level 10. Level 10. Okay, this is interesting. Just gonna pause it because I'm gonna go find the manual. Come on, give it a manual. Just tried looking at 2 links that were supposed to be... This is a bit TI-99 one, but it should be the same one. So we've got TNT here, and we've got a cannon. So that's going to be interesting. Come on. It shouldn't be that big. And I am still streaming. The bitrate's fine. Okay. Just being a bit slow on the come on. Don't know if this is considered... Oh, I'm gonna be go. The cannon, station 8 it says. But this will be because it's the TI-99 I'm suspecting. Go into the TNT hut and load the cannon with as much TNT as you want, as you need to shoot Bounty Bob to any level of the station you want. 6 aliens await Bounty Bob on this station with no possessions but the TNT to get. Munching the aliens is impossible. One last warning, do not overload the cannon. Okay. That's an interesting one. Load it with as much TNT as you can. But don't overdo it. Oh. I see. So if you overload it, it'll go too far up. And you can't... The mutants that aren't possible to... Oh, yes they are. Oh no, they're not. Okay. Because by the time you get back... They're back to being mutants again, right? I see. This is gonna be tricky. So I need 2 for level 2. Right, so this one, I think, might be an idea if I do straight to level 3. And then I'll have to use the slide to come down. Ah, actually no. It's not quite correct, is it? Yeah. But we've hit level 10, that's the best thing. We did it in just under 2 hours. So, let's see if I can get there again. Hopefully I'm in that sort of nicely refreshed... Actually, I'm not going to jinx myself. Would not be a good idea. Especially since we've now hit level 10 and we've experienced it. This time I'm not jumping. Interesting enough, I only seem to be getting 1 life from the early stages, and then I get nothing for the rest of it. I don't know if that was intentional. I suppose in order to have me play this continuously, I suppose it was required. There's only 10 levels, to be fair. Yeah. Still got 3 lives, it's fine. It's fine. How have I done that twice? I've forgotten that section is very, I say forgotten. I was fine with it the last game. But yeah, it's very pixel perfected, that bit. There we go. Wait now. We're about to start again in about 5 minutes. I think the frustrating thing about this sometimes is when you've got a good run in, you think, right, that's it now, we should be able to on the home run, and then just silly mistakes or what feels like not much responsiveness from the controls. But I don't know if that's an emulator thing or something, or maybe I'm just, I don't know, just because there have been a couple of times where I pressed the jump button and it's not responded. But luckily so far it's not caused major issues in terms of mistakes in the game. Been a couple of times, but not enough for me to go, this is bad. And apparently this is starting in 120. Should be enough for me to do this particular level and then pause it. I'm going to finish this and then pause it. Okay, be right back soon.
isn't it?
Right, back again. I'm gonna have to get some more videos on that side. The problem is, I suppose, when I'm watching it all the time, I know how many videos I've got on that, thing. So I see it a lot more often than most of you do. But I will have to think about some more. Usually, I go onto archive.org and look for the UK PC Gamer CDs and basically pull them from there. The other thing actually I need to remind people of is we've got SFX stuff. So Antaeus has recently asked about me putting one. Well, he basically just put it in the Discord and I said I'd put it as an SFX, and it's based on a game that I was playing on December, and it's called Electro Man or Electro Body. And this is the sound effect. Hopefully you can hear it. I don't know. Let's see what happens.
We have to be careful. This is an emergency area.
So that's now available, and you can see the command. So don't forget about that. I think this is a command as well.
Was I supposed to be impressed?
Yeah. So this, if you redo the Klingon one, it's all different random stuff.
Split 'em like a targ. I will chop you up like nah.
And yeah, so that'll randomize as well. Did I have an Iron Assault one?
No one's climbing out of that mess alive.
No, I don't. Right, so I'm gonna need to do that one as a because that's a specific button just for me. But I think I'll just stick that as a I still need to clean up all these because I think some people are just gonna turn around and say I can't hear it that well. And again, it's audio issues because from what I can hear and what you can hear are sometimes two different things. It's kind of frustrating trying to get that right thing. And then, I'll probably listen to it on the phone and found out actually it's too low. And I'm just like, all the time, just every time. It's just a constant nightmare of trying to get everything right. It's not fun. Anyway. See, did that jump that time. Might as well go across here. No. Knew that was fateful as soon as that move came in and it was wrong. All I wanted to do was move a little bit because I was a bit worried that I wouldn't have made the jump. Okay, 4. It's better. Alright, last bit. God for that. Alright, this one. Little bit of fun. Oh, actually, I don't like that. Should have known that was stupid. Alright, last round. Hopefully I can make it count. It's hoping to... Yeah. Done. It's fine. Not to worry. That's another pixel perfect jump. Hate it when I do that. It's better. Coolio. 3 and then the one above it, and I should be fine. Ooh, that was stupid, I should have jumped up. That's what I should be doing, just looking that way. That makes it a little bit less risky. Yay. Oh yeah, this was 8. Right, first of all, small platform. Try not to get hit by those up there. Nine. Yeah, let's do bottom first. It really doesn't matter which order I do it, as long as I don't mess anything up. And last row, cross your fingers for completion without mess ups. Yay, done. Right, this one. Keep wanting to use the spacebar because I know you had to use it with the hoist. Kind of lucky with that one. Very lucky. Right, 3 again. I was doing so well with that then. Maybe I should just do the left hand side first, because if I mess up, then I'm going to mess up at some point. And it'll be the left hand side that does it, so if I get that out of the way first, it's probably the better idea. So this is where I messed up last time, I believe. I was okay getting to the level, but I wasn't okay in terms of avoiding this thing. Done it this time. Right, I think that one at the end is going to be a pain. So, do 3 again. Right, last 2. The one on the right should be fairly simple to do, because we've done it before. The one on the right should be fairly simple, yeah. The one on the left is going to be the decider. And I think that's going to need a bit of timing. Oh my god, we did it. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god, we've done it. Zone 2. Right, so at least next week we can start the sequel. So at least that's something. I'll play this until I die. But that last one is so tight on the timing. I don't know when I'm going to get another life. Feels a bit odd that I've not been getting any. Well, I've had 2 perhaps, or 1. Just feels a bit like, is that all I'm getting? But that's the only time I get a new life is on this level, which feels bizarre. Let's see if that happens again. Didn't want 4. No new life. Just... damn it. Had to happen. Still, we've completed it, so I'm happy with that. $76,570. That is that for today. So let me just snooze the ads because obviously I don't want to put you in ads unnecessarily. Right. So let me just turn off the audio a second so I can speak. Yeah, pretty good game. Enjoy it. It's a bit short, but I guess with it being on the Atari 800, fair enough. Yeah, so I quite enjoy all the kind of little fun bits you get to do, like the hoist and the shooting gun and stuff. That's always good to have that as kind of good variety in the levels. So yeah, this is enjoyable. It's quite good. I quite like it. It's not something I play regularly just because I've beaten it now and it's taken about 6 streams, around about 2 hours each, 2.5 hours each, something like that, which isn't too bad considering. But next week we are going to do the sequel, and it is this one. I'll stick it on webcam stream so you can see it. That is the sequel I have on a ZX Spectrum, and I had it when I was a kid. And here is the tape. Let's see if I can get it to come on. You're gonna. I hate it when it doesn't autofocus. There we go. Just have to push it closer. That's the tape there. And they usually show off I usually show off tapes because there usually are some differences between tapes on different games. Sometimes you get blue ones. Sometimes the tapes have stuff written on the actual tape itself. Sometimes it doesn't. So there's always something a bit different with the tapes, and I don't know why it's not coming back into the case now. Come on. Why are you not going in the case? So yeah, yeah, there we go. So we will be loading that on a ZX Spectrum. I'll probably do 1 or 2 streams with the loading screen, maybe. And then we'll switch to the MMC. I believe you can still load from MMC, but at least you get to do some real hardware with tape, kind of nostalgic sort of thing. That's hopefully where you do come to this channel for a bit of randomness and a bit of nice retro, the clickiness of my old stuff. Like, there we go. Maybe you do or don't like the buttons here. I know that needs to kind of gain needs to go down a bit so it's not too loud on that note. And like I said, I always do something a bit different. I know a lot of people tend to stick with their comfort games like Doom and stuff, but I always like to kind of go outside it a bit and have a look a bit elsewhere. And I'm quite glad I do, because it means I can have a bit more breadth and I can talk about games a bit more because I've done them. Yeah, like another out of usual spec games is this one here. This is Klingon Honor Guard, which we did on one of the Sundays. Not many people usually play that one. That was quite a fun one. But yes, so like I said, next week is going to be Bounty Bob Strikes Back. So look forward to that one. Then tomorrow I'll be back with Amiga Monday, and that's going to be the usual Amiga format CD16 demo scene, and we've got Colorado, which we're playing. Colorado, if you don't know, is this kind of, I don't know whether you call it cinematic, but for the Amiga kind of cinematic. It's an adventure, kind of action adventure game, and it's set in the colonial period is probably the better one. That's the period I was trying to think of yesterday when I was talking about Age of Empires 3. That's the colonial period. And I will have to also, I did say I wasn't sure if Age of Empires 4 was a remake of 2, because that's what it felt like. But apparently it isn't a remake of 2. It's basically they've just gone back to the medieval period, which feels a bit sort of, when you've kind of done sort of Stone Agey type period, then you go to the medieval period, then you do colonial area. A lot of people probably would have expected maybe the imperial area, like kind of 1910s sort of section, which would have been an interesting one to see, but they went back again, so I don't know. But yeah, that's Monday. Tuesday, I did say I wasn't sure if I was going to be in or not. It's probably likely I'm going to be streaming, because usually I do my indie game dev every second Tuesday, but I suspect I'm not going to be able to go this week. So if I do a stream, it's going to be continuing on with... I've got to remember what we're doing on Tuesdays now. Oh. Power Slaved Exhumed is what we're doing on Tuesdays. And then Friday, we are returning to Age of Empires 2, the Conqueror's expansion. We've just started we're on the beginning of the third level of the Attila the Hun campaign. So that's that. And yeah, there we go. So thanks everyone for popping in. And let's go and see who's available for raiding. Who do we have? Alright, let's go and raid Mr. Hitch, who is playing obscure retro gaming on something called Amiga. That's what this title's called, but it's basically doing some Amiga gaming. So let's go over to Hitch's channel. It's not usual I get to see him stream on a Sunday, so it's good to be able to go and give him a raid. So let's do that. Start the raid. Alright. So, see you all tomorrow, hopefully. If not, you know the rest of my schedule. It is over there. And until then, I will see you all later. Bye.